Hello and welcome to Rashi Foundation. Copophobia, the fear of being seen. Everything you want is the other side of the fear. Learn to fight the fear of facing the camera with Miss Melanie Falvey, who is from Spain, founder of Expert Channel TV, and also a video strategist. She has helped many individuals overcome the fear of camera. Welcome to our talk show, Melanie.
Thank you. I'm delighted to be here.
So, Melanie, tell us about yourself and your company. Over to you.
Right, thank you. So it's funny because you've introduced me as the founder of Expert Channel TV and a video strategist, but I didn't start here. I used to be terrified of the camera and being seen. So that just shows you that we can all overcome our fears, work around them, and become somebody, I like to say, like an improved version of who I used to be. So you can totally do it too. I started as a video strategist quite by chance because I come from a design background. I used to design commercial and retail spaces. So it was all about selling visually, selling through visuals. And when I was transitioning my business online, I noticed that people were live streaming without really paying attention to what was behind them, to their backdrop. And they were missing out on a huge potential because 90% of the information that enters the brain is visual. So I decided to help those people just sell better, spread the message in a better way by using the right visual information. But that led me to a journey of overcoming my own fears because I had to start doing video and I just couldn't do it at the beginning. So I created a system based on psychology and design. It's a combination of both. And the system works. I tried it on myself, I tried it on my clients, and I thought if it works on me, which was really, really difficult because I'm the shyest person on earth. I'm really introverted. I had a huge phobia. And it really worked on me. So I like to say I'm my best testimonial. And if I was able to overcome all the fears, anyone can. And then just over a year ago, I was seeing so much misinformation on the internet, so many fake gurus. And I also wanted to provide my clients and students like a real life scenario where they could implement everything they were learning through my system. So I started a platform, Expert Channel TV, and it's become an online media platform where we do a load of online events, and very similar to what you do, bring experts and deliver the best content we can.
That's wonderful. So, Melanie, tell me, what exactly is copophobia?
Right, so it's basically, and making it really, really short and brief without going into all the psychological theory behind it, it's basically the fear of being seen, the fear of becoming visible. And it's a very common fear. We tend to think that our fears are our own, nobody else is going through the same thing. The fear of being visible is so common because it brings out many other fears. So it's obviously an irrational fear because there's nothing, the camera is not going to bite you or eat you or harm you in any way. But it's just all the other fears associated to becoming visible. Like, are we really worthy of being center of attention? Are we, what are people going to think of us? Sometimes we have all sorts of, complexes and whatnot. We can speak about this a bit later, but yeah, it usually brings out many other fears that we didn't even know we had, that usually started when we were really young, and it's just a way of protecting ourselves. But we can all overcome it. Every single person on this planet can overcome the fear of being visible.
So, is it that am I scared to make mistakes, or maybe I'm not allowed to make mistakes? How do we overcome this feeling? Because when you're visible on the camera, you will definitely fumble, you will forget. So what is this all about?
You've hit the nail on the head. Many times, it's a fear associated to, that ideal of perfection that we're, many people seem to want to always, they strive for perfection, and that's just an ideal. It's an impossible thing to achieve. We need to strive for excellence. We need to reframe that. Strive for excellence, of course. Try to be the best you can be, but perfection doesn't exist. Maybe just in art, and that's also subjective. So here's the thing: when we go on video, we are so scared that we're going to use the wrong word. We're going to stumble upon our words. We're going to make a mistake. People are going to think, who does she think she is? She can be there. She's not even a TV presenter. Oh my goodness, look at her, center of attention. All these things start to come up, and it just makes the fear even worse. It might start at something very little, like, oh, I'm really scared. I don't know what to say on video. I get nervous. My voice sounds really strange. That's another thing. We tend to be very, very hard with ourselves. We don't like the way our voice sounds. We don't like the way we look. There's so many things that go on. And because we have that thing about looking perfect and being perfect and being the expert, we just play small and let the fear take over. So again, it's all about reframing and realizing that we're never going to be perfect. And who wants to be perfect? We wouldn't be humans if we were perfect. We would be something else. So it's totally normal, but we can, again, play around it and turn it into something else.
That's very insightful what you just said. So Melanie, what is the correct strategy to make a good video of oneself?
Okay, so first of all, you need to work on the mindset and on getting into the right mood. So the biggest mistake people make is just jumping straight into the video with no preparation. And here's the thing, the mood is very, very important. It's key, especially if you're using video for any professional reason, whether you want to advance in your career, whether you've had to transition online with all this pandemic, and you're running, you're hosting meetings, or you're connecting to peers and colleagues, or whether you're trying to build or grow a business. Mood is part of your brand. So you always need to show up consistently, not just in the frequency, like obviously you need to show up consistently, but also in the way you show up. You need to always be the same person in a way. So let me explain that. When you just click on the go live button, you're not ready. You need to put your mind in the right space. How do you do that? Well, there's a number of things you can do. And what I like to do is, with my clients, I share a toolkit, and then they create their own rituals. So I like to call them rituals. And at the beginning, when you're really nervous before doing a video, you need more time. Maybe your rituals are going to last even 2 hours, an hour, 30 minutes. It really depends. But after some time, that time can really be cut into maybe a few minutes. But things that help, let's give people actionable tips. So things that help are listening to music. It could be relaxing music, or it could be uplifting music. This also depends on whether you're feeling tired before a video, so you need to be energized, or whether you're feeling very, very nervous and you need to calm down. Another thing you can do is you can just have a little piece of chocolate. So, hello, just a tiny piece of chocolate will release endorphins. And that always puts us into a good mood. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to hack the brain into feeling good about video, so we can remove all the negative connotations that come up when we think about video, and we introduce some good positive feelings. So listening to upbeat music or relaxing music, having a piece of chocolate, watching something funny, Just go on YouTube and watch a few, sketches of your favorite show, have a laugh, and that also releases endorphins. Hug. I mean, I know there's social distancing now, but I mean, within your family, you can hug. Hug also releases oxytocin, and that's also a neurotransmitter that allows us to be in a positive mood. And then we all know the benefits of meditating and breathing. So meditating, breathing before a video, things that are really going to help us get into that state, and really making a point of setting an intention for each and every video you do. So before a video, think about, what is the outcome of this video? Do I want to inspire people? Am I going to be educating? Do I want to make my point because it's an important meeting and I really want to make my point? What is it? Set that intention and embody that feeling. That's really, really going to help you too. And there's many more tips, but we don't really have time to go very deep into all of them. But just try to find what works for you and create that ritual before your videos.
So I would request you, Melanie, why don't you just share any one quick tip which will help you get over your body conscious inhibitions, just one tip.
Absolutely. We all struggle with this, all. But let me tell you something. Video is very forgiving. So sometimes people think, oh my goodness, I don't like the way I look. I need to lose weight. I need to do my hair. I need to blah, 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 blah. Video is terribly forgiving, especially, and this is a tip, especially if you use some video conferencing apps such as Zoom, because you can even get a filter. I don't know the name, but it's like a beauty filter, and it just smooths things out. It doesn't, it's not magic. It's still you. It's still yourself, but it makes you feel more confident. And there's also tricks. Lighting is terribly important. Lighting can take away, remove all the dark circles under your eyes. It can even smooth out wrinkles. It's that phenomenal. And also, when we're very conscious about our body, here's just a tip. So, for example, if you feel you look too big on screen, just play with the angles. Maybe you've got broad shoulders and you don't want to be looking in front of the camera. Just play with angles and find your best side, find your best angle. Always also, like, what really helps is lift your head so you don't get this double chin, because sometimes even if you don't have a double chin, if you're looking down, you get that double chin. It's all about practicing and finding what works for you. So there's no rules. You can totally be at an angle. You don't have to be looking straight, but also practice. Look into the screen when you're practicing, but never look into the screen when you're actually doing your videos. So when you're doing your videos, you need to look into the lens for many reasons. One, if you're struggling with body consciousness and whatnot, if you're not looking at yourself, it's much better to just continue and do your video. Because if I'm looking at the screen, I'm looking at the crazy hair, I'm looking at this, I'm looking at that, and I'm not really focused on my delivery, which is what's important. So don't look at yourself. Never look at yourself on the screen. Reason number two, which is the most important, is because you want to connect to your viewers. You want to look them in the eye. And the only way to do that is to look into the screen, because the screen is never located, it's to look into the lens, not into the screen. Because the lens is always located slightly above or to one side. It's never on the screen. So if I'm looking at the screen, I'm looking down at people, and that's not good body language. So I need to look into the screen so I can connect emotionally to my viewers, so they can build that connection with me and so they can trust me. So it's all about communication. The only reason we're doing videos is because we want to communicate. We want to connect to people. We have something that's going to make their life better, happier, easier. And we are just a vehicle. Our videos are not about us. We are simply a vehicle. And when you also make that switch, that tends to help lots of people. Like, yeah, people are going to watch you because you happen to be on screen, but they're not really interested in you. Sorry to break it like that. but you are just the vehicle. You have something they need, and you owe it to them to share it with them.
I am sure that our videos will be much better from today onwards once we've had this session with you, Melanie. So tell me, Melanie, you've been dealing with so many people on daily basis who are facing this fear, you know. So tell me, how does one grow as a person learning to make good videos?
Okay, I love that question, Rashi. You know what? I think I'm so passionate about what I do, not because you can grow a business, which is wonderful, it's great, video really helps you. It's a shortcut to all your marketing efforts. But what really moves me to help people is the way you grow as a person. I mean, I can warranty that anyone who starts doing video, they start getting comfortable and then confident on video, they will open up so many possibilities, so many new ways of connecting to people. They will grow so much as a person that, as I said at the beginning, they will become an improved version of themselves. Just think about, I don't know, your mobile device. If you have an old mobile device, it's good. You can still, probably chat and ring people and, log into Facebook. But what if you have the newest, the latest version of that phone? I mean, it's still the same core, the same brand, the same, but it's so much more improved. And the same thing happens when you're able to forget about yourself in your videos and just think that you're there to deliver and to connect and to, well, again, we all have different outcomes and objectives for our videos, but it's not about us, it's about who we are going to be connecting to and the way that helps you grow. Like, look at us. I mean, we are different sides of the world and we're here chatting. I mean, this wouldn't be possible if we hadn't both, busted through that fear and really said, okay, yeah, I want to use video because this is the tool we have today. So the ways in which you're going to grow, your confidence is going to grow. Another thing that usually happens is when your confidence grows, it touches all aspects of your life. It's not just on video. You just become a more confident person. And what that does is you are able to speak up. You're able to set stronger boundaries. So in the end, you just become this better version of yourself.
I'm sure the way you've just explained, and since you've been talking of late, I think I have also learned a lot of things from you, Melanie. So, Melanie, I would request you to share one of the case studies that you've, actually handled. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's interesting because not all my clients come, excuse me, to me with a fear of video. Some of them are confident on video, but they just don't know how to communicate and how to grow their business with video. But for people who are struggling to actually hit that go live button, for people who it's such a huge thing, seeing the transformation is just amazing. I mean, it's just you're like giving them a superpower, and that's what they usually tell me. It's like, you've opened up this superpower I have and I didn't know I had. So there's so many cases. I mean, I would say like anyone, all of my residing experts on Expert Channel TV, so we have a board of experts. Most of them have started using my system, the Videos That Sell system, first to become confident on video, and then they were ready to jump and really share their message with the world on Expert Channel TV. So there's so many cases. I mean, usually people, when they're scared, they are playing really, really small. So that fear is translated into everything they do online. So they won't really express themselves the way they could, even in written form. They won't use photos or selfies. And the only way we use those, it's not, to brag and to say, oh, here I am, I'm in this beautiful place. No, it's because it helps us connect to other people. when people get to know you, they get to trust you, and then they will eventually be ready to do business with you in some capacity. So when people come to me and they're really feeling scared and they don't believe they'll ever be able to do videos, and then in 4 or 5 days they're doing their first video, it's like, I mean, I've even had like people cry because of it's such a release. I think it's such a release, because when you're scared of something, again, it keeps you small, it keeps you not doing things at your full potential. So when you're able to open up that box, and it's not even hard to get there, that's the best part. You don't have to struggle, you don't have to, you know, it's not like trying to get a bikini body, you know, that's hard. You have to work out, you have to diet. Getting comfortable on video it just takes a few days of doing a few things. And again, what we're trying to do is we're trying to remove all the negative connotations, the negative connections we have around video, and introducing some positive ones. So it's all about doing things we like. So we take a baby step, we're trying to build a muscle, so we're taking baby steps, but everything we achieve, like if I'm able to just take my phone and record a video just reading the shopping list, I mean, as simple as that, reading the shopping list, looking into the lens, and nobody has to watch that, you just do it privately. But if you're able to do it and then you reward yourself, that's a baby step. Then the next day you do something else and you reward yourself. And in the end, you will be able to change that perception. Because here's the thing, fear and excitement trigger the same area in your brain. And when you realize that, you have full power over your emotions. So if I'm starting to feel a bit nervous before a video, I can say, hey, is this fear or is this excitement? Excitement about me being able to use this tool to help somebody today. So you see, it's all about reframing everything. We reframe those connections, those brain connections, and we reframe what we tell ourselves. So, and as an inspiration, I mean, I do always give the example of my, you know, the board of experts, because most of them have gone through my system first, and then they have become a residing expert. So, and they're absolutely amazing. I mean, they're hosting their own shows, they're speaking at summits, they are hosting conferences. It's just amazing what you can achieve.
So as they say, fear makes the wolf even more stronger. So face your fears. For all those who want to learn video making from Melanie Falvey from Spain, please write to us at chair@rabbirashi.in. Call us, contact us, just simply fight your fear. Thank you so much and see you soon.